Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another video. Luckily I caught it. I was starting to record this video and forgot to hit the record button, but I luckily looked over and caught it after only opening one pack. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and that is D-Spirits. So my goal for this channel was not to only just feature nothing but MetaZoo, but also to occasionally branch out and feature some more sort of indie, under-the-radar card games, and D-Spirits is one that caught my attention back during the Black Friday sale. So I was on Card Shop Live looking through MetaZoo stuff, and booster boxes for D-Spirits were on deep discount for $35, and at the time on eBay they were going for like $100 each. So I'm like, you know what, let's take a chance on this. I did a little bit of research, and what originally made me want to pick up D-Spirits was I watched some interviews with the creator, Sterling Cartoons, and he seemed really passionate about the brand and the card game and his characters that he created, and where to go beyond just cards. And they're working on a video game now, they have a manga out, they got plushies, they're going to conventions, they're making big waves at conventions. Will D-Spirits go anywhere crazy in a couple years? Who knows? It could turn belly up, or it can be the next, potentially big TCG. But this was a cheap enough investment, and I like the card art enough to want to invest into it, especially after seeing the new set that they came out with, Soul Snatchers, which, wow, the card art in there, it looks phenomenal compared to the Kickstarter. So I already opened it up, unfortunately, but this is the Kickstarter box. Inside actually comes with 24 packs and a box topper, which we have right here. I already opened up one pack, but you know what? That's okay, because this kind of expedites it. As you can see here, this is what a D-Spirits card looks like. Heavily influenced by Pokemon. Every card art in here is actually done by the creator, so all 177 cards, 177 plus, are all done by Sterling himself. Later sets actually introduce many other artists and the art in them, which I'm sure I'll show on this channel eventually, because I did pick up something from that from another Cyber Monday sale. Looks amazing in the newer sets. Not to say that these don't look amazing as well, but some of them can be a little hit or miss depending on what you're into. But definitely a card game that reaches out to kids, or the kids at heart. But what I really love about these is the holofoil pattern, and I hope you guys like my new card setup for this. It's a little bit of an askewed angle, but the setup I think is going to make it so that my videos are a little bit less shaky. So I don't know, how to play the card game. I am interested in learning how to play. But I mainly picked this up right now as a collector's item, and in hopes that if I do learn how to play or continue to collect D-Spirits, that we will, be able to get into this while it's nice and cheap during these sales is a nice way to get started. So we're going to open up all 24 packs from this booster box. We're going to open up the box topper, and there are super rares in here. They are dark rares that are extremely hard to pull. Apparently it's like, I don't know, some people will open up 10 booster boxes and never get one. And luckily I did a little bit of research, so I'll know when I do pull one. We're not going to do any card tricks. We're pretty much just going to open up these packs and see what we get right off the bat. So as you can see, every card sort of has a foil name. They all have the foiling. Every pack comes with a holo. And of course, you got their stats and their card description down here. Now, the one thing that I will say that I'm a little hesitant about with D-Spirits is that every set, they seem to change, and of course this being Kickstarter, cards are going to be a little shuffled up. That's okay. Cards do seem to change their layout quite drastically. I'm actually a pretty big fan of how they look in the Kickstarter. Also, I want you guys to pay attention to their names. The names of a lot of these cards are quite something, like Whip Weenie. That's a sausage with a sausage whip. Vulcan Ugg, Harpy Juku. There's some crazy ones in here. There's one card in particular that I really hope we pull so you guys can see. But what was I saying? Yeah, so they changed the way the cards look every set. So Soul Snatchers is the second set, which has amazing card art from all different artists. And they do change the layout of the cards in there. And the thing is, D-Spirits has not... Oh man, I might have to start opening these with scissors. I think we're going to have to start doing that. Where are my scissors? Here they are. Yeah, these are just a little tough to open. So let's just do that, shall we? I know we're going to lose that fun pack opening feeling, but for the sake of my hands and keeping the video moving, actually, let's put these here. We'll put the foils there. Nice. Keep it in frame. So these are really simplistic in terms of their design, and I kind of like that. The font is really nice and easy to read. I kind of like the foiling on the names up here. They look nice. Pixel Perel. And then you got these here. But, you know, it's cards like this. There are some cards I really like the designs of, and some of them are really cute as well. Some of them, you know, not really super for me, but I like Trunko, Tough Pup, Tuscan. And recently they have a Kickstarter going right now, which is to help fund their video game, which as of right now is funded, which is nice to see that they're going to be able to continue on with that. But the card art in there and layout, once again, has changed. Some of it, I think, for the better or the worse. I don't play the game, so I can't comment on that entirely. Origami. Some of these, I've tried to keep myself a little bit blind so that I wouldn't see all of the cards. Some of them I have seen before, to keep it kind of fun to go through. Nice and colorful. Wow, like I love some of the colors on these cards. Let's open this from the back. So yeah, they changed up the layout of the cards again. They changed the font. That's the one thing I'm really probably least excited about is on the newer Kickstarter cards. The card name lose the kind of like cool, rough looking, like this kind of font with the foiling up there. It does lose that. Damn, I have to say, I saw people talking about this in their Discord, how these cards look so much better in person, and I have to say, this is some of the best foiling that I have seen on at least TCGs that I've seen and collected in person, at least myself. Big fan of the foil. I used to be a pretty big fan of the foiling on Final Fantasy trading card game, but honestly, this may beat it out, just because it has sort of like it has the speckle pattern, but then it also has this sort of like square shifting pattern in there too. It's pretty nice. So yeah, as a collector, it's a little unfortunate the fact that the way the cards look changes so drastically from set to set. And there are sets that were, even before the Kickstarter, even more sort of like prototypey looking in a way. But that's okay, they're still finding their footing, because apparently D-Spirits is still not, you know, they have not exactly gone public in terms of the set being released in any kind of retail stores or any kind of big marketing pushes. Right now it's still kind of very indie behind the scenes, being run independently by the creator himself with a little bit of help. This is one of my favorites, Dragukun. Kind of reminds me of, what is it, Bubble Bobble, like, you know, Bub and Bob or whatever. That's kind of what the character design of this reminds me of. It's a really cool looking one. But yeah, if I pull a dark rare, I will know it, because they have like glowing red or white eyes. Looks like there might be some clumping in these packs too, because I'm getting a lot of repeat D-Spirits for the non-hollows. But hey, the one thing I'm most concerned about is just not getting repeat hollows. Ooh, look at this guy. I haven't seen him before. Funky. So Sterling is, in terms of his naming conventions for these cards, the names on some of these, there's one that I really hope I pull so I can show you guys. Also, some of them are kind of yokai-esque influence. This is a pretty popular character, Catnapper, at least from what I've seen in the Discord. But yeah, a lot of the names are kind of like puns and such, so if you're not into pun kind of names, yeah, you may not like the naming conventions in D-Spirits. So, yeah, like I said, I did pick up some of this for Card Shop Live on Black Friday. Ooh, this guy. Fry Lucha. It's French fries. You know, don't mind the M shape there. I'm sure that's not meant to reference anything. So I will be opening up a little bit of D-Spirits in the future on the channel, as well as Soul Snatchers. I love Bagon. There's actually a really awesome card for this guy in the second set. And this is what I kind of like. They're already subtly building lore for the different D-Spirits and characters. So for example, in Soul Snatchers, the card art for this guy is actually a behind the back shot of like this little bear. And you don't see his face, but you see him drawing the drawing on the paper bag on like an artist table. It's kind of like a neat little character development for that D-Spirit. Now, of course, with the Pokemon influence, you know, once again, I'm not a expert detective, as they call them, D-Spirit person yet, but just like Pokemon, they will sort of work as evolutions, de-evolutions. Ooh, I like this one. Kind of reminds me of a Dragon Quest slime. Now, Sterling did say some of his favorite RPGs back in the day were Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior, so wouldn't doubt it if this is maybe influenced by the Dragon Quest slime. I keep getting like there's just so much cool stuff to talk about here. Ginja, I haven't seen that one before. That's kind of neat, kind of cute. I just keep getting sidetracked. You'll have to forgive me. But yeah, de-evolution. So like Pokemon in the newer sets, all D-Spirits will eventually have a way to evolve. So like the D-Spirit will change forms and get more powerful, just like a Pokemon would. And I know you're all probably saying like, well, isn't this just a Pokemon knockoff? It's highly influenced by Pokemon, right? Like, let's not beat around the bush, Pyron. It is highly influenced by Pokemon, but that's okay, right? Like, not everything has to be, like, can't wear its influences on its sleeves. I think it's okay to be highly influenced by something. I mean, look at all of the... Look at what Demon Souls, Dark Souls did for video games, right? And you have plenty of video games that come out that are very obviously highly influenced by that series, but people still love them, right? Yeah, sure, they say, oh, this is just a Dark Souls clone, but at the same time, people still love and appreciate them. Oh man, I saw the new card for this in Soul Snatchers. Quailzar looks so cool. I actually haven't seen this in the Kickstarter set yet. In terms of card stock and card quality, they are a little... it has like a semi-matte finish, not completely glossy. It's a good feeling card. It's not super high quality card stock. I do prefer the card stock of some of the more recent MetaZoo stuff, but I also have not felt the card stock on the newer sets for D-Spirits. So we'll see how that goes. Wonder if that's influenced by a certain Disney character. Marilyn. I will say, though, as a collector, these cards are the ones that, I mean, I guess, you know, they're your typical energy cards, but those don't do too much for me. However, I will say, love the color on this card. I don't think you can get that in foil. But I will say, if you make these cards with a foil pattern, maybe a different foil pattern from the normal D-Spirits, that could be pretty neat. I think those could look really nice in foil. Maybe like a 1 in 10 pack, you get like a double foil or something with those energy cards. Alright, so far though, no doubles in the foils, which is really nice. Momo-chan. Which I have heard that, you know, you can get some clumping on foils. Now, with mine, I hope to not get any clumping on my foils, because in my other box, I did order at different times from Card Shop Live, so I didn't place all the orders at once, so the chances of them taking from like the same booster box case is kind of slim, because they were from different times. So the fact that I'm opening up, this guy's cool, Cryoni. The fact that I'm opening up all different hollows is nice, because we're getting a nice spread for the collection. King Ruffle, Nagi, and Ninstar. So hopefully when I open the other boxes, they may have came from another case, because I think there were quite a bit of people that were buying D-Spirits on Card Shop Live sale. But yeah, so far first impressions. I was really worried that, I was thinking like, maybe I should just keep these boxes sealed and sell them at some point in the future. But I'm like, you know what, let's do it for the channel. Let's have some fun with it. And I'm really glad I did, because these foils are going to look amazing in a binder. Diamondite. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I had my my webcam went out for a second. I don't think you missed anything. We pretty much did this pack here, this pack here. So I think I caught it just as it went out, hopefully. So this will be edited in post through YouTube's editor. Anyway, I kind of forgot what I was saying, but yeah, just to summarize, I will be covering a little bit of D-Spirits on this channel in the future. Not crazy, but you know, occasionally. Like I said, I want to diversify the channel. Ooh, we got our first double. Okay, that's alright. We're bound to get one eventually, right? This guy's cool. I forget how many foils are in this set. I love this guy. I forget how many foils are in here. There's quite a bit. Apparently the master set for this is actually quite difficult to pull off, especially with the dark rares. We are down to our final 3 packs, plus the box topper at the end. Some of the box topper cards look awesome. And box topper cards are typically, you know, $5 to $15 depending. Ooh, we got another double, but at least it's one that I really like. We're hoping for that Neffel, this guy right back here, kind of, or Gao. Those are the sort of like two poster D-Spirits for the set. Maybe the final two packs will have them. Let's find out. They do go for a little bit more money than others. We got Kremlin. I think this guy, his card in the new set is sort of like a 3D image. Not the biggest fan of the 3D image stuff, but some people might be into it. Alright, last pack magic. Let's see if we can get a dark rare. Gao or Neffel. Be a nice way to end our box opening. But it's been fun regardless. Alright, here we go. Okay. Not one of the big guys, but we got a crunch. And still no, I'm going to keep it a surprise for future openings and see if we can open him. So there we go. There's all of my foils. We'll do a quick recap before we do the box opener, because they do look nice and pretty all together. What I appreciate about this card is it almost seems like he's like translucent, because you can see the foil coming through him. Not all the D-Spirits are like that. Nice spread, nice variety though. I will sleeve these up off video and get them ready for a binder. Okay, let's make sure that that card is down on the bottom so we're not going to cut it. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, he's cool looking. This guy always reminds me of Ghastly. He looks very similar to Ghastly, but if you look closely, he's got like little arms, little tail. Ghoulie. Definitely a cool one. I like this guy. There's a lot of cool box toppers, actually. And if you notice, his name, the other characters have silver foil names. He has gold, so that's how you can kind of tell a box topper apart. So there you go. That's the end of my first D-Spirits opening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of D-Spirits in the comments below. I'd be curious what you guys think of the art and everything. But hold your complete review of D-Spirits until I open up Soul Snatchers 2.0. The card art in there, you guys are going to be blown away. After seeing the card art here versus Soul Snatchers, once again, nothing against Sterling. I actually love a lot of his character designs. But man, some of the artists that he has hired to do art for D-Spirits looks amazing. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.